It's right Noble from Boxing UK. I'm here with Prince Patel at the 31-1 gym in Wandsworth, and it's a long time coming because today's a quite interesting day. Tell me, what's happening today?
Joyce is fighting Zhang. Michaela Mayer is fighting, I think, Lucy Wildheart. Not really sure what's going on today. You tell me, Rack, what's going on today?
Not necessarily today, tomorrow. First time in a while someone will be back in the UK, and it's not Joyce or Zhang.
Okay, yes, Prince Patel for the first time in 6.5 years. Yeah, you're right.
So we finally come here. A lot of people said it's been overdue. How have we come to this point right now?
Well, I decided to shift myself over 250 tickets. Something Sonny Edwards has never done in his whole career. Sonny Isaac Lowe's never done in his whole career. If you add all their fights combined, you still don't get 250 people turning up. But yeah, now I'm back.
So we've got 10 rounds. We get a ranked opponent.
Yep.
Talk us through the steps. Talk us through the plan. What next?
The fight's at bantamweight. I purposely done it at bantamweight instead of fly or super fly because I'm trying to make it clear to Isaac Lowe that I'm willing to meet him in the middle. That's down to him after I win on Saturday via the KO route, of course, whether he wants to step up to the plate.
Well, of course, you're going up against the heavyweights. You've got heavyweights on BT. You've got yourself on Black Box Show. Why should the heavyweights not stand a chance to get the bantamweights tomorrow night?
First of all, Joyce and Zhang both look like zombies. They'll be scaring people from their TV screens. This isn't a horror film, this is a boxing match, it's sports entertainment. And if you're looking for sports entertainment, you obviously come to Prince Patel. You see the cheekbones, you see the jawline, you see the straight white teeth. That's why.
I see you've gone back to the vintage Prince Patel from the back in the day with the braids in the hair. Are we going to see the old Prince Patel back in there?
We're going to see skills, we're going to see power, we're going to see KOs, the usual stuff.
And of course, just to touch on, we saw the video call of yourself and Isaac Lowe with Coogan in the back.
Yeah.
Coogan sounded like the school teacher trying to keep the kids under control. A lot of shouting, a lot of back and forth. Any chance of that fight happening?
Look, I felt like I was the only one that was actually level-headed there. I was the only one showing parliamentary procedures, whereas he was just pacing up and down his house, dribbling around his face. I don't know, man, it's pretty embarrassing. Imagine, look at what I done to him while he's just, well, I was 5,000 miles away from him because I was actually in Africa at the time. Look at the state I left him in, you know, with drool coming down his mouth. Imagine what I'd do to him if we was in the comfort zone that we're in right now, just an arm's length apart, with my fist hitting his face. Imagine what he'd be looking like then.
Probably won't be the best for Isaac. He did say that he's not willing to come down, he wants you to come up. Would that be something you're willing to compromise on?
I'd have to be financially compensated very well if it's going to be at featherweight. I've been speaking to his team anyway. I had a phone call with his team on the weekend. They're saying they won't drop, but the TV producers want him to drop. That's willing to stage the fight. They want him to come down and wait. If he doesn't come down and wait, that will happen, but we'll see what happens.
I just wanted to touch on as well. You fought not too long ago, I think it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You fought in Tanzania.
2.5 weeks ago, yeah.
Why did you choose to fight so closely up until your chance to return?
I didn't really want to fight. The board pretty much put me in a sticky predicament, saying that because I was listed as inactive at the time on BoxRec, I had to have a quick match. I was then going to fight in Europe. The only available opponent was something like 64 kilos, 65 kilos. Didn't make logical sense, even though I have knocked out guys that big before. It just made more sense to find someone the same weight as me, but further away.
Some people do question the level of opposition.
Well, the level of opposition was 30 wins, I think 22 losses. Owns a draw against Fadili Majid, who knocked out Harvey Horn in the UK. So you know what, I think it's decent opposition, especially considering 2 weeks before the match. I remember Liam Smith not long ago had to have a match in order to have a WBO world title on the Frank Warren show. He went to Spain, he fought an absolute joke with like 90-something losses. I'm fighting a guy with a winning record and I'm still laying them out. So at the end of the day, people can hate on that, but I know so many fighters in the UK who will fight losing records and have a massive camp for it as if it's like a... Where were we?
You're saying about WBO.
Oh yeah, Liam Smith, he fought a guy with a losing record out in Spain just before he fought for a WBO world title. Because obviously the board said the WBO said he had to come off a win. In my case, I was inactive. I had to find an opponent. The only opponent that was my weight happened to be that far away. I had an option to fight in Europe at like 60 plus kilos. Weren't really feeling doing that. I'm being attacked by some Binky Barnes from Arthur, but But yeah, what I was saying a second ago, yeah, so Liam Smith obviously fought someone with a losing record. I fought someone with a winning record. The guy was 30 wins, 22 losses. He'd boxed Fadili Majia, got a draw against him. That guy knocked out Harvey Horn in the UK. Sensible opposition, especially 2 weeks out before a fight. I believe in my power. I knocked him out, and here we are now.
Just touching on to another subject. Your mate, Sonny Edwards, signed to his own. Potential fights with El Rey, Chocolatito. How long till down the line do you hope to be getting in the mix with them guys?
To be honest, I've kind of given up hope with Sonny now. I know it sounds a bit stupid, him being a world champion, giving up hope. I just think it's like, Sonny looks the way he looks. He's really ugly, he's not attractive. And when I text people, they usually text back. He's someone who showed absolutely no interest in engaging in any forms of interest in having a match. So you know what, forget him. It's water under the bridge now. He can go fight guys who can't speak English, can't build up fights. Sonny can continue selling no tickets. While I'm on the rise now, man. I'm back in the UK. I'm selling loads of tickets, and I'm going to be knocking people out.
So the opportunity to sign to the zone came up. Would that be something you're willing to look into?
It all depends, man. Since like the last few weeks, I've had a few TV outlets actually show proper interest. So fingers crossed. Whoever gives out the best deal, we can sign me.
And just lastly, of course, back onto the topic of tomorrow night. Fight night, first time in 6 years in the UK. 220 people coming to show support for the Prince. What rounds and what message would you like to give to them for tomorrow night?
Just enjoy yourself, drink responsibly, and I'm predicting like a late stoppage, if I'm honest.
Late stoppage, is that the rust?
Nah, it's just, I think a late stoppage. The guy's won 9 of his last fights, all by KO. Got to be a bit careful myself. 2 big punches going in with one another. Anything can happen, really. But I predict myself to win late. Yeah.
Late win. All right, Prince, thank you for your time.
Thanks
Great
for
to have
your
you back
time.
in the UK. And we'll see you tomorrow night.
Love, bro. Thanks.